The Clever Prince. A prince was short in stature. His other brothers were very handsome and of good deal. Once the king looked at the short prince with contempt and hatred. The prince caught his father's gaze with his intelligence and said to his father, "O father, a wise fool is better than a tall fool. What's great to look at doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. See how big an elephant is, but it is considered forbidden, and how small a goat is, but its meat is halal." Did you hear that? A thin wise man once said to a fat fool that horse gets weak, it is better and stronger than a whole stable full of donkeys. The king smiled hearing the words of the prince. All the ministers were happy and everyone liked his words. But other brothers of the prince were irritated and saddened by this. As long as man does not speak his own language, his good and bad things remain hidden.
At that time, the king had to face a formidable enemy. When the armies of the two sides came face to face and intended to start a battle, the first person who came out to fight was the shortest Clever Prince. And he called out and said, "I am not such a man that you can see my back on the day of battle. I am so brave that you will see me flushed and covered in blood. That is, I will give my life while fighting with the enemy, but I will not lose courage." Saying this, the prince attacked the enemy's army very fiercely and killed many brave men. When he came in front of his father, he played it politely and said, "O father, you looked down on my thin, frail body and never appreciated my talent. You should know that a thin-backed horse is useful in the field of battle. A fat fresh bull reared in comfort and luxury cannot be." It is said that the enemy's army was very large, and the number of soldiers on the prince's side was less. Try and fight the enemy, or wear women's clothing. Hearing his words, the courage of the soldiers increased, and they all attacked the enemy's army and defeated it, and won the victory over the enemy on the same day. The king loved the short prince and sit on with him. King love for him increased day by day, and he made him his crown prince. When the other brothers saw this situation, they started burning with jealousy, and one day they mixed poison in the food of the short prince. His sister looked through the window and slammed the window doors to warn the prince. The prince was startled by his voice and understood from his intelligence that there was something black in the dal. Stopped eating and said, "It cannot be that the unskilled live and the skilled die. Even if we end up in the world, no one would like to come under the shadow of an owl." When the father was informed about this incident, he called all the prince's brothers and gave them a suitable punishment. After that, he gave each of them a part of their country, so as not to quarrel with each other. In this way this fitna and mischief ended.